Alright, welcome to another episode of the Federal Church Presents Better Than Bloomberg, covering the 2023 world financial market collapse, especially in America, the worst in history. It's a good note as a quick one from Phoenix Capital Research, somebody named Graham Summers, MBA. Now, usually I tell you to avoid the opinions of MBAs because they tend to be dipshits, but this one just kind of puts things into perspective, especially for the people who can't, count. Thus far in this banking crisis, the banks that were in trouble have been large but not gigantic. The largest was SVB, which was the 15th largest bank in the U.S. at the time of its collapse, with some $209 billion in assets. And it's been the biggest banking failure since WAMU. Well, yesterday, UBS bought Credit Suisse for $3.3 billion. Credit Suisse is not a regional bank. It is a major bank with $1.4 trillion in assets. Again, the U.S. GDP was $21 trillion. Indeed, the bank was literally larger than the country in which it was domiciled. Switzerland's GDP is roughly $800 billion. For a bank this size to fail is a major development. However, even more significant are the details of the UBS Credit Suisse deal. Namely, both the Credit Suisse and bondholders and equity holders are getting wiped out, mostly. Again, that's the shenanigans with the AT1 tranche that gets hosed, while the equity holders still get some sort of compensation back. Some $16 billion worth of Credit Suisse bonds are being written down to zero, while Credit Suisse shareholders will receive just one share of UBS stock for every 22.48 shares of Credit Suisse stock they own. Why is this a big deal? Because no one in their right mind would want to own bonds or stock in a troubled bank after this deal. What I was saying about the shenanigans that regulators play, now you're going to have a whole bunch of interesting pricing in derivatives markets. These stock market bulls are trying to bid the markets this morning as if this bailout deal is great news. Was AIG getting bailed out great news? What about Fannie and Freddie? No. And again, in the scheme of things, it doesn't matter. While Credit Suisse was a very big bank, and there could have been some systemic things with it, the overall problem is the dipshit trade, which many banks in the system have done. So they are now insolvent. So something very bad is brewing in the financial system, and then he has something about I don't know what he sells there, but that's what he sells. That was a good quick one to put things into perspective. Again, don't forget to donate. Links down below. Bitcoin wallet down below, in the description. God's watching you.